A black aeroplane. Two stories about flying. We have read the first story, the first flight, and this is the second chapter in it. A black aeroplane. The moon was coming up in the east behind the pilot, and stars were shining in the sky, clear sky above him. Okay, so you can understand the moon, that means it was night time. Behind the pilot, stars were shining in the clear sky above him. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. He was happy to be alone high up above the sleeping countryside. That means the situation is about, yes, he was flying a plane. There was a pilot. Here is a pilot who is flying a plane. And he is up in the sky with the plane. He was flying with my old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. He was dreaming of my holiday and looking forward to being with my family. So this was all that the uh, pilot, he was dreaming about the holidays and he wanted to be with his family. He looked at his watch, 1:30 in the morning. It was 1:30 in the morning, the time. I should call Paris control soon, he thought. As he looked down past the nose of the aeroplane, he saw the lights of a big city in front of me. So it was 1:30 and he knew that Paris was going to come now. So he said, I should now call Paris control. What is Paris control? The control system at the airport. He thought, so he could see the lights of big city in front of him. There were lights of big city. So he switched on the radio and said, Paris control, Dakota DS088, here. Can you hear me? I'm on my way to England, over. The voice from the radio answered him immediately. DS088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degrees west now. DS088. So, assistant from there came and that person said that I can hear you and you have to move your aeroplane 12 degrees west now. The direction of the aeroplane has to be moved. So, this was the direction which came. So now you can understand from the first paragraph that a person, he was a pilot and he is flying the plane, and where he is going back to his house and he is dreaming about it. He is going on a holiday and he is very excited, very happy to know about the his family and all. He wants to meet them. Then what happened? Over. He checked the map and compass, switched over to his second and last fuel tank, and turned Dakota 12 degrees west towards England. Now that person from the airport told him that you have to turn towards west. So he checked the map and the compass, which is all on the board of the plane. So he switched on to his last fuel tank. There was not much fuel, only there are two tanks, and the first tank was finished now, and the second tank he has switched over. That means he had fuel only in the second tank. And he turned the Dakota 12 degrees west towards England. This is the direction of the plane. He turned the plane towards that direction. I'll be in time for breakfast. Now, what he's thinking that he will be in England by the time of breakfast. So, I thought a good big English breakfast. Everything was going well. So he was very happy that he will reach home by morning and he will be at the breakfast table with his family and he will enjoy a lavish breakfast with the family. It was an easy flight, everything was going well, and he was very happy. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind him when he saw the clouds. So he came forward 150 kilometers. And then when he turned back, it was 150 kilometers. He has come. Now he saw the storm clouds. Storm clouds, storm black clouds, they were huge, very big. They looked like black mountain. You can see the figure of speech simile, like a black mountain, like a mountain, very huge, very big and black in color, standing in front of me across the sky. So in the sky, there were clouds. He knew he could not fly up and over them. Now, what the problem is, he cannot fly over the clouds. He cannot fly up the clouds. Why? Why he cannot? He did not have enough fuel to fly around to the north or south, because as we have been already told that he had switched to his second and last fuel tank. So now he had either he had only one option. Now he ought to go back to Paris. He should go back to Paris. He has come 150 kilometers from there, but we have to go back because if he will try to go up or down or around the black cloud, he doesn't have much fuel and he cannot go through because going inside a black cloud make it's very risky. So anything can happen. I thought, but I wanted to get home. He wanted that breakfast. But when we want to go home, we are so much eager, so much excited to go home. So he thought of nothing else. He wanted that breakfast, that time he wanted to reach home. So he didn't even thought about anything else. And what he did, you can see this, the pilot in the plane. You can see the board, the compass here. You can see the compass also. And you can see the gearbox. Everything is there. And this is all black. He is inside the cloud. I'll take the risk. Now he has taken the risk. What risk? Going inside the cloud. Yes, it was a big risk because he had only one choice. Either he had to go back or he had to go through the cloud. So he thought, I will go through the cloud. He thought and flew that old Dakota straight into the storm inside the clouds. Everything was suddenly black. Everything turned suddenly black. It was impossible to see anything outside the aeroplane. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. The aeroplane, it jumped and twisted. Twisted means going round and round. He looked at the compass. He looked at the compass. Now, what happened? I could not believe my eye. The compass was turning round and round and round. So, compass was turning like this round, round, round. It was dead. It would not work. The other instruments were suddenly dead too. Other instruments also, they started dying off. That means they stopped working. He tried the radio. Now Paris control, can you hear me? There was no answer. The radio was dead too. He had now see what happened. He had no radio, no compass, and I could not see where I was. I was lost in the storm. Then in the black clouds quite near me, I saw another aeroplane. It had no lights on its wing. Now next to him he saw another aeroplane. Okay, and it had no lights on its wing. But I see it flying next to me through the storm. I could see the pilot's face turned towards me. He saw the pilot was there in that plane and his face was towards him. He was very glad to see another person. He lifted one hand and waved. He lifted his hand and waved at him. Follow me. He was saying, follow me. He knows that I am lost. He thought. He's trying to help me. That person, that another pilot in another plane was trying to help him. So he turned the aeroplane slowly to the north in front of my Dakota so that it would be easier for me to follow him. So what he did, he turned his plane forward in front of his Dakota. And now it was very easy for him to follow him. He was very happy to go behind the strange aeroplane like an obedient child. After half an hour, the strange black aeroplane was still there in front of him in the clouds. So for half an hour, he was going behind that plane like an obedient child. Very carefully he was flying. There was only enough fuel in the old Dakota last tank to fly for 5 or 10 minutes more. Now, when he saw the fuel was only for 5 to 10 minutes. He started to feel frightened again. But then he started to go down and I followed through the storm. Now that plane in front of him started moving downwards. And he also followed him. Suddenly he came out of the clouds and saw two long straight lines of light in front of me. Suddenly, as soon as he came out of the cloud downwards, he saw there were two straight lines of light in front of me. That means that was the runway. He had reached the airport. There was a runway. It was a runway, an airport. He was safe. He turned to look for my friend in the black aeroplane, but the sky was empty. He tried to look here and there for the black aeroplane which came to help him to rescue him. There was nothing there. The black aeroplane was gone. He could not see it anywhere. He landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota near the control tower. Now he landed his plane and then he went towards the control tower because he was very much eager. Where is that plane gone now? He went and asked a woman in the control room where I was and who the other pilot was. Now there was a woman in the control room. So he went and asked that woman, what is the name of this place where I am, and who was that other pilot. I also wanted to say thank you. She looked at him very strangely and then laughed. So that woman looked at him very strangely in a surprise. She laughed. Another aeroplane up there in the storm. What you are talking? Another aeroplane. That too in this storm. No other aeroplanes were flying tonight. Yours was the only one I could see on the radar. So, who helped him to arrive there safely without a compass or a radio or without any more fuel in my tanks? Now he started to think that who was that person who helped him in that black aeroplane, who helped him to come here, reach safely. His compass, his radio, all the instruments had stopped working. There was not fuel also in his tank. And who was that person? Who was the pilot on the strange black aeroplane flying in the storm without lights? So who was that person? He was surprised. He was just not able to think. You can also now think who was that person. You can say maybe he's a ghost. You can say maybe some person had come to help him, but who? How? So there are some questions in life which are unanswered. So such type of lesson was this. I hope you have enjoyed the lesson. You can see this is the control room, and that he is asking the woman about the other aeroplane. That woman is telling him that there was no other aeroplane today. Yours was the only one. Now these are the highlights of the chapter. You can just go through them. The class clear sky was shining star. The author was about to meet his family at breakfast. At 1:30 in the morning, author flew to his Jakarta aeroplane and he was instructed to turn 12 degrees west by Paris control. He was around 150 kilometers away from Paris. The cloud storm approached him. He decided to enter the storm, a risky decision of the author due to his willingness to see his family. He lost the way in the storm. All the instruments stopped working. A black aeroplane appeared by the author's side in the storm. He was instructed to follow the black plane. Without much fuel, he flew for half an hour. He landed safely on the runway. He went away out from his aeroplane to thank the pilot on the black aeroplane, but surprised not to find anyone there in the aeroplane. The author asked the woman of the control tower about the black aeroplane. She laughed and replied in negative about such a plane. A miracle with no explanation for the author, which saved his life. These are the highlights of the chapter. These are the word meanings of the chapter. You can note them down. And this was the first flight which we have read yesterday. Already you have seen this video. If you have not seen, you can just go and see that video. It's there in my playlist. And this is the highlight of that chapter yesterday. I haven't given you the highlights. These are the highlights. You can just go through them. And you can see the seagull, very beautiful picture. And these are the word meanings of that chapter.